Hello, my name is Phil and welcome to this episode of All Monsters Go to Space. So recently we have been diving in and looking at different types of vampires in pop culture. But this week I want to return to mythology as we look at the Jiang Shi, also known as the hopping vampire, which appears in Chinese legend and folklore. So we have spoken about this type of vampire briefly before in some of our other videos on vampires and zombies, but now we'll be going into detail. So let's start by explaining what they are. Well, like most vampires, they are reanimated corpses, which are usually active at night, whilst in the day resting in their coffins or in other dark places. But they do not feed on blood like most vampires, but feed on the life force of their victims, which is not entirely uncommon for some older vampire legends. However, what is unusual is how they move, which as you probably guessed is by hopping with their arms outstretched before them. This is because as reanimated corpses, they are stiff and cannot move easily. On a side note, the Chinese character for Jiang literally means stiff or hard. Now then, let's move on to appearance. They are dressed in traditional Chinese funeral robes and have long white hair. As for their skin, it is horrifying and rotting like a zombie and is a greenish white in colour due to mould growing over the corpse. But there is a way to stop these horrifying creatures, and that is by attaching a paper talisman with a sealing spell to their forehead, which renders them inactive. So now we know what they are. How did this legend come to be? Well, one origin story is that when people died far from their homes, their families would hire a Taoist priest to conduct a ritual to reanimate the corpse and lead it back home for the funeral. Others, however, say that the Jiang Shi finds its origins by tales of vampires being spread by Indian gypsies, the same as vampire legends in Eastern Europe, which also originate from stories told by Indian gypsies. But what about the Jiang Shi today? Well, Western pop culture has definitely had a strong impact, as in lots of modern day interpretations, they are seen as drinking blood instead of the life force of a person. They also in general have lost the rotten zombie-like appearance, and now have a more pale, stereotypical vampire complexion. This comes as no surprise, as mythology and legends have always changed due to influences of the time. And so I leave you, but as always, if you have enjoyed this video, leave a like and subscribe, and I'll see you in the comment section and on Twitter.